Hey all, Chris from Lafayette, Indiana rock band June IND here, and I'm joined by Margaret Hass, president of Greater Lafayette Immigrant Allies. GLIA is our October Philanthropy Music for a Cause beneficiary, and we'll be donating this month's sales and streams to them to assist their efforts to create a safe and welcoming Greater Lafayette community. Hey Margaret, how's it going?
Good. Thanks so much for having us and for thinking of us for your philanthropy initiative. We're really excited to be part of it and yeah, to continue our work to, as you said, to make a safer and more welcoming community.
No problem, no problem. We just want to help out where we can. Let's talk about GLIA. What's the mission?
Yeah, so GLIA has 3 action areas. That's education, advocacy, and fellowship. And we're a volunteer organization that tries to work on those action areas to make our community safer and more welcoming, and especially to immigrants and refugees. So we're trying to build a more welcoming community, a more inclusive community through those 3 areas.
Awesome. That's great stuff. So you do events?
Yeah, we do. Really, like the fellowship area is more like the event side of things. So, for example, every year for 5 years, actually, we've done the Welcoming Week, which is always a week in September. And it's part of a national Welcoming Week that's put on by Welcoming America. Affiliate organizations put on different events at different cities and try to make their community more welcoming. So that's really the week where we host the most events. We have our annual ice cream social, and we've had different kinds of events during that week. Film screenings, obviously modified for pandemic times. And so last year we did some virtual events rather than in-person events, but I'm very proud of GLIA that we've done it for 5 years now in a row.
That's awesome. I think so. We did we teamed up initially with Greater Lafayette Indivisible last year to do voter registration drive for the primaries. And then I think when it came to the general election, weren't you GLIA and Younger Women's Task Force and I'm trying to remember who else?
Surge.
Don't have me Surge. Sorry. That's right. So we've done a couple of things together, I guess, in some capacity. So I don't know. It's you're a great organization, do cool things. So we're happy to support. So tell me, what do you think GLIA's biggest win is in these? You said it's just 5 years?
Yeah, so GLIA was founded in 2016, right after the presidential election. And in the beginning, it was really a reaction to, obviously, to the election results and the anxieties and fears that people were feeling. And our founder, Kirsten Serrano, sort of realized there wasn't a sort of umbrella organization working on immigration in Greater Lafayette. So a lot of different, cultural organizations for different communities, but not one organization really thinking about immigration more broadly. So that's when GLIA was founded. And since then we've, gone through different phases, and it's been a steep learning curve, becoming a registered nonprofit organization, going through different phases and really trying to shift from reactive things to more proactive, sort of building community before the crisis happens. And so we're in a kind of a new phase now, and we're also trying to figure that out as policies change. But you asked about our biggest win. I would say one of our biggest wins was recently in the last couple of years, we've been really working on getting driver's licenses. And this is a fight that is led by undocumented folks in the state, because for the last sort of 10 years, undocumented folks in Indiana have not been able to get driver's licenses. And so groups like Movimiento Cosecha, which is an undocumented-led organization, have been pushing for driver's licenses. And with our, with our work on this issue, we were able to inspire and encourage our local representative, Chris Campbell, to sponsor the bill in the House. And that was the first time it had been sort of sponsored in the House. It had been in the Senate, but not in the House. And there's still a lot of work to do on that issue, but I think it shows that there's progress being made, and there's a larger movement coming together around that issue.
Awesome. Can you speak to more of like, what impact does that make in their lives by being able to legally drive?
Yeah, I think for us, it's really a matter of dignity, human dignity, because it's something that as a citizen, you totally take for granted that you can get a driver's license, and that, so many of us have to drive to work, or we drive to drop our kids off at school. We drive to the grocery store. Those are all everyday activities that people need to do. And the fact is that undocumented folks need to do those things too. And they're just doing it without a legal driver's license. And, that it makes a lot of anxiety for people who are in that position, thinking they could be pulled over. And there could be serious consequences, because if you're pulled over, you get arrested for driving without a license, there could be immigration consequences. And to think that something so simple could end in you being separated from your family, being detained, or even deported, that's like a very serious thing. And so that's, we have to acknowledge that undocumented folks have been in Indiana for decades and decades, and they're part of the fabric of our community. And if we want people to have the same rights and dignity that we as U.S. citizens enjoy.
Gotcha. And I was gonna ask too. I don't know if you have something on your page or like an info sheet that you direct people to learn more about immigrant issues and things that they can do to help. Like, pass that along to me. I'll put that into the description of the video, because I feel like maybe in like a 15-minute video or however long this is going to be, we're probably not going to get into the big picture of things. And
yeah,
I would want to encourage people that hear these things and be like, why should I care about that? To have a resource to kind of check out, and maybe change their mind.
Right. Yeah, we're very active on Facebook, and we do put out stuff on Facebook. We have a mailing list as well, so that's how we share information. But yeah, I'm happy to share that, and anyone who's interested can always email us or message our Facebook page to learn more.
Awesome. Yeah, and I'll make sure we get all those links in and whatever you send me. And there goes my computer screen. All right. Anything else you want to talk about?
We could keep going a little bit. I just talk about some current things that are happening.
Okay.
So driver's license issue is still going on. We're also, working, we're thinking about the future and, Afghan families, for example, who are being resettled in the area. And so that's something that we're planning to work on. We're hoping to bring some different people together to really think about some long-term infrastructure to welcome families. And also another issue that we're really following closely is a proposed expansion of the Clay County Jail. Clay County is the only jail in the state or the primary jail in the state that holds for detainees for ICE. And so expanding the jail is really expanding the ICE detention capacity in our state. And so we're working with a sort of broad coalition of organizations across Indiana and also in Illinois to address this and to explain to or to encourage those who are opposing the expansion, to let people know that this is not the right kind of investment that they want in their community, and this could have consequences for the rest of the state and the region as well. So those are the things that we're kind of working on right now, but there are always more things happening.
I'm not sure jail is always the solution to problems.
Oh yeah, and I wanted to highlight just one thing you mentioned, work with like Surge and YWTF and Indivisible. That's as part of like the Working Hoosiers Vote Coalition. So this year was not an election year, so we haven't really been doing very much on that, but I'm sure that next year, as things start heating up for midterms, that we'll be out there doing more voter registration and getting folks informed about their rights and how to exercise those rights.
Awesome. We'll be happy to share and partner up as necessary if you guys need it. So
Great.
Thanks, Margaret, for joining me. Again, Greater Lafayette Immigrant Allies is our October philanthropy beneficiary. We're donating our sales and streams to them this month. We'll put all that information in the description so folks can find it after they watch the video.
All right, well, thank you so much.
No problem. Have a good night.
You too.
Well, haven't you heard there rain a lot of love?